Okay, so we're up to section number 5, and and our topic is items appended to garments. Items appended to garments. Okay, so that's very interesting. Having learned thus far, what is defined as a garment, and what the restriction applied to the wearing of garment, let us turn out the subject of the item attached to apparel. Okay. Obviously, certain articles sewn into the garment, such as buttons, are considered the intrinsic part of the garment. And since one may walk outdoors while wearing the clothing, one may walk outdoors while clothing that is button with a button attached. Equally obvious is the fact that one may not attach just any item to a garment and walk to a different domain on a pretext of wearing double quotes, that item. For example, if one pinned a sheet of paper to his coat, the paper would not be viewed as a part of his coat. Rather, it would remain in the independent article that one would be carrying as he wore the coat. So let's try to. It's like a little. It is not a little. It is an introduction. So let's do this introduction again, and we try to understand before we start the next section. It says, having learned thus far about what is defined as a garment and what restriction applied to wearing of the garment, let us turn to the subject of items attached to apparel, meaning it is a clothing and it is something extra. So what could be something extra? As we said, the button. So is it garment? It's not a garment, but it attached for some specific function of the garment. But also there is some, at least on a men's shorts, dress shorts, there is like on the bottom of the shorts there is like one or two extra buttons. Are they used do they have any like practical use? Absolutely not. You understand? So that's are they attached to the garment, but it's not like this button that I can close. So it's useless in some sense, right? Or sometimes you have a belt, right? Women have the dress with a belt, or a man has a raincoat with a belt. Also, it is attached. It's not a garment itself, right? But it is attached to the garment. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Obviously, so certain articles sewn into the garment, such as buttons, are considered intrinsic part of the garments. Buttons are good. And since one may walk outdoors while wearing the clothing, so even if you're using the buttons, not using the button, for example, on a coat, right? You have a coat and it's warm outside, so you're not going to close the buttons, but it's still attached, no problem. So which is a very good example. Okay. Equally obvious that the fact that one may not attach just any item to the garment, so meaning whatever people usually attach is good, but like as he said, to attach the sheet of paper or something would not be allowed. Okay, would not be considered wearing. Okay, so continue. So we're still on this introduction. However, there are many articles which a status is not so clearly established. For example, a spare button sewn into the coat considered part of the coat, or the independent articles, and one carries them as he wears coat, right? Coat, shorts, that doesn't matter. So extra buttons. Maybe if they're independent, so meaning that the person would be carrying them. Of course, it's not. When said the bottom line, not. But still, it's a good question. Good halachic question. We must therefore define which types of the appendages can be considered part of the garment, and which to which they are attached. Okay, so which is good question. Which is very, very good question, right? So all of these appendages, are they considered with garments or not? Okay, and what is it? In halacha, they actually discuss whether the pockets are considered part of the garments or not. It's very interesting, right? I'm not sure if I don't remember if we're going to learn about pockets, but it's very interesting. So some pockets like you have a short pocket, so it's like for sure it is a part of the garment. But for example, if you have pants, so like it's only a hole on the side of the pants, and there is like some independent material like sewn into this pockets into your pants. So is it extra? Like, is it garment or not a garment? Is it garment as itself, but that attached to your pants, or it's a part of the pants? So that's halakhic question, right? So and where it's play a role in determining the base of a muktzah. So what exactly became base? Only your pocket or the whole pants? I mean, it's okay. We're going to learn.